I don't know, I thought that was gonna be a lot easier than it was, because it came out super smooth, really no fuss. But going back in, she gave me problems. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, or as always, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today is gonna be another Jeep video. Hopefully fixing another one of the issues we're kind of having with it. Again, small little things, but this one, you're driving, you go to take off, especially if you take off hard, it'll just kind of clunk. And you know, I was kind of looking into it a little bit, and I think my problem is the motor mount's bad. Now, how I told the motor mount was bad is you put it in drive or reverse, that'll tell you which one's bad. If you put it in drive, I believe it's the driver's side should lift up if that one's bad, and if the passenger side's bad, if you put it in reverse, that one should be the one to lift up. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop in there and show you guys what I'm talking about when I say that, and I'll show you guys me fixing it, and hopefully that'll fix our clunking issue. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so here is the motor. Obviously
this thing's a HEMI.
I'm gonna go ahead and start it and show you guys just what I'm talking about with it rocking back and forth. All right, so as you can see, it really wanted to pick up like that, but the very first rev that I did, that was in reverse, and the motor just ever so slightly picked up, which that's going to be typical because these motor mounts are meant to give a little bit, not very much, but helps with the vibrations of the whole thing, makes it just more comfortable. But then this side, when you saw when I revved it up, I was in drive, and this whole thing picked up, and that's no bueno. So the motor mount, I don't know if you can see it down in here, but there's a heat shield right under there, pointing at it right there, that little dimpled thing, that's the heat shield. So really all you have to do is take off, you don't even have to take this off. I'm just gonna get this piece off. So pull this, get this off, and then the little box under there, I think it's just little push pins, so I think you just pull that right out, and then you've got clear access to the heat shield, get that off, and then the top 3 bolts. Now I think the hardest part of this whole thing is just going to be getting under there, finding a point to actually, you know, physically jack the engine up just a little bit to get to squeezing that out. But I still don't think it'll be that bad, so let's get to it. I'll go ahead and set this thing on some jack stands or something, because you go to jack the engine up with the car on the ground, it's going to pull the whole thing up. You won't get anywhere until, you know, the suspension's maxed out. So I'm going to jack this up, put some jack stands under it, and then the next shot will be under the car, you know, pulling out the motor mount. But obviously before I get up under there, pull that motor mount, I'm going to take off the top bolts, and you know, that way we can actually just pull it out. Don't have to worry about taking anything off while we're under the car. Just simply be jacking the engine up, pulling the old one out, putting the new one in, setting it back down, and then we'll do everything else from the top again. But like I said, I'll show you guys all that, so let's get to it. All right, so as you can see, got my jack stand under there. Probably gonna put another jack under there, just kind of leave it there, just extra safety, or maybe another jack stand. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get to getting this off. I've already loosened this. You can either use, I think it's like an 8mm or just a flat head, pull that off, and that'll slide off. But first I want to get this off. Got 2 little pins here, but they're kind of up like that. I already took mine off, but you just literally put your finger behind them, push out, and this whole thing comes up. So slide it out. All right, so there's that. Then you're gonna have this tube back here. Go and pull it out. That one literally just slides on. There's no clips, nothing. That's just there. And here you go. That's the top of your air box. Set that somewhere. Don't drop it like I just did. Set that somewhere. Now, ooh, that's nasty. I was just about to say, now would be a good time to clean your air filter. I might be in the market for one of those. But yeah, that looks grody. But yeah, if you're doing this job, may as well. You're gonna have to have the thing out. Might as well go ahead and change it. I think I'm gonna end up changing that after I do all this. And then this is what I'm talking about with these little push pins. Literally just pushed in there. So you should just be able to pull this guy out. You have a little pin up in here. It's gonna clip into your weather stripping. Be kind of careful with that. Okay, so that's out. Like I said, you have this little push pin. I was held on this power steering line. It's held down by that little push pin. And then you just gotta like shove this out of the way, get it in there. But that's out. I'm sure if you probably have a V6, it's probably a lot easier to get that out. If you even have to take it out for the motor mounts, I'm not sure. But now, you get a pretty clear line of sight to that. So there should be 2 bolts holding that on. All right guys, so I got that heat shield off. I found out it's a little easier if you go up from under. It just gives you a little bit more room for like a ratchet. Again, if you have a V6, I'm sure you can get to it from probably anywhere, but so I got the heat shield off. I went ahead and, if you can see, that top bolt, that side bolt, and that other side bolt right there. I'll probably put an arrow in it, but right there, I already went ahead and loosened them. But I mean, that's just where they are. And I used this guy. So make sure you got some long extensions, a swivel, and they were all 15s. So I just used a really long one, a medium long one, and then a short one. It gave me perfect room to get it in there and twist that off. So now it's loose. I'll go ahead and pull the bolts off. They should only be finger tight now. Should be able to just get my hand down in there and get it off. And then next I'll be up under the Jeep. I think I found a point I can jack it up to. We'll figure out. And then I'll show you guys just me sliding it out, putting the new one in, and then everything after that's reversed. But yeah, let's go. All right guys, so as you can see, bolts are out. It's coming up a little bit. I had to go up top, just kind of tap on that top notch to get it to pop out because it was stuck in the top. But it's out. I think I need to jack it up a little bit more, but you can see I'm kind of where the AC unit mounts up to the motor, just kind of right there. I feel like that's a pretty solid spot considering it's a mounting point, because you know, you never want to jack up on that because that is plastic in these. And then I guess the dealership wants you to take the whole intake manifold off, but I don't know, I don't like that. One guy, I watched a video where he used the harmonic balancer, or I guess the bottom pulley, and I mean, it worked, but I have terrible luck with stuff like that. So with my luck, it would just break off, and then that'd be a whole other can of worms. So I'm just gonna jack this up a little more, and I should be able to pull that out. All right, so here's the old one. As you can see, it's not supposed to do that. So that one is obviously bad. But we got the new one sitting over there, and I feel like that'll make it a lot better. So let's hop back up under there. I will show me putting that one in because I forgot to grab the camera when I was pulling this one out, but it's real simple. You just kind of maneuver it in there and it goes in there. But you do got to make sure that these tabs are lined up, because I think they go, I can look at it when I get in there, but I think they go towards the motor side. So just make sure those are lined up, because they sit in there and line themselves up. So let's hop up under here. Again, here's the new one, all nice and new and shiny. So let's pop this bad boy in, and it does come with a new bolt, so you don't have to really use your old one. If it doesn't, then I guess you would, but mine came with one. So let's put it in there. Now mind you, I am doing this one-handed, but it also just kind of shows you really how easy it is. So those little indents right there, that's where your things are gonna go. So it'll go this way, away from the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and plop it up in there. Get it around everything. Alright. Again, if you're not filming, this will be a lot easier. Set that down like that. Go ahead, line up your hole up there. Might need to jack it up a little bit more, but it's there. Okay, so it's in there. I jacked the engine back up quite a bit, and then I found out putting the bottom in first and then just getting that situated, putting the top in, that's what worked for me. So I got the bolts in down there, about to drop the engine, and then put the bolt back in the top. So let's get to doing that. You want to drop it a lot slower than that. I was unaware that the jack dropped like that, but she's in, and let's go see about tightening up the top one. All right, so the top one is not totally seated through, so I have to figure out what's going on with that. Probably lift it back up a little bit. All right, guys, so as you see, the new one's in. I already put the heat shield back on. That was a way bigger pain than I thought it was going to be. As you can see, heat shield back on. Haven't put the air box back in yet. I don't know, I thought that was going to be a lot easier than it was, because it came out super smooth, really no fuss. But going back in, she gave me problems. Now, it could have been the brand I used as an off-brand wasn't, you know, Mopar. I'm sure if you probably get like a, you know, more expensive brand or an actual Mopar brand, it might be a little easier, but that was a pain all the way around. Now it's back in, and I'm gonna go slap everything back in, take it up the road, see how it feels, and hopefully that fixes my problem, because I spent a lot on it. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, put everything back together, and then I'm gonna let you guys know how it does and if it, you know, fixed my problem. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for that video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, hit that like button. As always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I know I didn't show too much of actually pulling it out, throwing it back in. It started being a butt, so I just kind of hurried up and went through it. But if you want to see more stuff with the Jeep and all that, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram, my channel email if you need to contact me for any reason is down below, my Facebook page, Twitter. But that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.